farm is all dropped, except for maybe something. We'll see when we get done if we end up going back there or not.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So, spent a lot of the morning catching up on paperwork, figuring out what I'm going to do with that truck. We are going to keep it. How it works out is, well, needs a piston. So I'll piston and a sleeve is what we figured. Tomorrow, Ethan's father, which you guys have never met him, he's a Cummins teacher for technicians. So tomorrow he's going to check it out. We're going to figure out exactly what we want to do with that motor and really go from there. But need something with some legs underneath it, and a bunch of people have already said if it was a Mack, it would keep running, blah blah. I agree. Finding a Mack that rides the way that does with the power that does, well, E9 motors are very expensive. Those Cummins motors, not so expensive to make the same amount of horsepower. So that's where we're at with that. I did come in here and well, we moved the fence over that the calves have, and I am filming on my other GoPro because I left the other one in Isaiah's pickup after the fair. So we watched the tractor blow up there, and yeah, but the calves are doing good. They've grazed a ton. They're over there like, hey, you haven't given us grain yet, which we grained them last night because of our timing schedule. But let me show you. I just moved the fence, and it's amazing how much they have. Just the three of them have grazed down. So I got to spray underneath these fences, and I don't know what's actually growing here. Stuff that the previous people dumped and reseeded itself. Oh. Wow, it is pumpkins. I don't think they're gonna make it all the way. I think it's pumpkins, or is it it's watermelon. I do love watermelon. I don't think it's gonna make it all the way though. But let's see here. So they had this section, and they've been on it for quite a bit of time, but you can clearly see that they grazed down everything pretty aggressively. And now they have a bunch more grass, about the same size. Realistically, I wish I could split this up and just let them run, or just leave it, but they're gonna pick and choose real aggressively. So I like it like this, where they did graze everything down. And well, now they got more to play with. You guys coming? Very friendly, like a lot better than it was. So I'm very glad on that. Marcus and Damascus really helped Norman out. They're over there like, I'll go down there because I'll probably spook them. They're really confused as to why I'm pushing them out there instead of bringing them in the barn. Look, you got grass out there. Come on, go to the new grass. I did put only one wire down this time. If they get out, they're at least in the pen. But I think they're friendly enough. They know that the fence is hot. It had 2 wires before. Up there still has 2 wires so that they don't get into the corn. How you doing, Norman? There, Norman smart. He's into that grass. So for 3 little calves, they've done a really good job of grazing here. Been a good morning so far. Ran around, did spray some fence lines, sprayed spots I missed. Was about ready to go tinker in the shop on the Duramax. We got to get that back together. That is a priority now. Now that we're back. And Aaron called me and said, hey, mower's available, you want to mow your hay? So that is what we're gonna go do, because 1, we got a lot of good weather. 2, hay is ready. 3, we could use the money to put towards that truck and rest of life and get ready for harvest. So that is what we're doing. Well, alrighty, we're gonna jump over and grab the mower. Okay, Dan Francis headed out to Ted. He said he's got like 70 acres of his own down. They are finishing up combining. That's all baled up through there. And well, we are gonna go mowing. So should be a pretty good day. I can put my phone up in there. So there we go. Maybe nope. Well, alrighty. I'm gonna slap you guys on the window, see how long you guys stick there, and take a ride back to the farm and get going. I had to give Aaron a call, so right down here we got a pressure gauge. That's the actual float. I'm learning flotation hydraulic pressure, so it wouldn't drop, but now we're good. So let's give it a go. Okay, let's see if we can do this without messing nothing up. Go in a little bit, it's better, but mowing right next to the corn. You can see a stripe where the alfalfa starts, so this was more of a grassier setup. Which when I was plowing it, I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Right down there, so. Now 7.5 miles an hour. The ground's a little soft, but you can expect that with all the water we've had this year. Taking this off will probably do pretty good. Cutting off the right, or when I'm going the other way and I'm got the cut stuff on the right side, I think it's easier for me than these. But we're going just back and forth down through the field. Trying not to have any skips where I miss it. My rows are getting crookeder every pass I go, so we'll get it all done though. Definitely appreciate Aaron letting me borrow and working with me on some of this stuff. This will all get big baled. Hopefully it won't get rained on this time. We can only we ted it one time, maybe two, not like we were before. I was just trying to get the feed off. It worked out in the end, but some of this stuff's a little spotty down here in this corner that we just did. We didn't grab that for first, and it's full of weeds for second. Not much is growing there. And then there's better spots of alfalfa and grass, and then there's not so good spots where it's real light on the alfalfa. So at some point we'll start rotating stuff around. I figure next year I will grow some soybeans to get a rotation going. a good idea because then I can come in and do seedings. Yeah, the ground's doing pretty good for me. And I think the next 7 days is nothing but sunshine, and we got some temperatures in mid to upper 80s, which will do us very good. That's what we need. We just needed that all through August, and not at the start of September. But hopefully things will dry out. We're all praying for that, for corn harvest just not being as wet as it's been. I'll keep the hammer down, and yeah, hopefully this stuff makes some pretty good feed. Well, if we can get it picked up with no rain on it, it will make pretty good feed. Hopefully we get a lot of bales out of it. Definitely not as many as last time. Don't look like it. I don't know, we did 80, 82 or 83 bales. And 50 or 60 bales would be good. None of this got fertilizer because I'm sure it would have helped, but at the point, letting it do its thing. And well, money was a little tighter on spending fertilizer to make hay, which we're not really in the hay business. But we're utilizing as much ground as we can that we got. Yeah, like it's lighter right here. Try not to turn super sharp and rip the field up a bunch, even though it might all get plowed up come next time we do anything with it. I do not believe we'll get a fourth. If it is, maybe we'll do some slotty and we'll just chop it. I was going to chop the rest of this, but it makes way more sense to bale it, get it down the road. This is what happens when you're not paying attention, and well, got a big skip right there. Snapchatting away, and yeah, we missed that one, so I'll come back and grab that one. Pretty light up here on the top of the hill. Based on how they used to rotate and farm it, I'd say this stuff was in need of reseeding, but we'll get it mowed off. Earlier I rode up through here, was looking at corn, and I was like, I really gotta mow this. Well, here we are now, mowing it. I'm gonna figure out, maybe I can rake it to one side, or I don't know, we'll have to sit. It's not like we're gonna be able to ted it out and then bale it, but there's a lot of feeds right up there through the path. So, which this used to be a hay field, so that is why there's a lot of feed still. Pretty heavy here in the front yard. I do gotta mow my lawn. Keep in mind when I'm filming you guys, I can't push that joystick all the way forward because then it's pretty distracted. We don't want to hit a telephone line, but we're just cruising along. Home farm is all dropped, except for maybe something. We'll see when we get done if we end up going back there or not. But here we are. This stuff actually came out a lot thicker than I thought from the road. Not gonna be super heavy, but as you see, there's some feed here. Definitely some feed. So all out back, everything in front of the houses was good, but we'll go head down the road and get the rest mowed and then come back and see where we're at. Nothing better than stepping out and looking at your property and seeing how far we've made it since, well, it was about a year ago. I gotta remember what day I actually came and looked at this. I came out and looked at the property, and definitely wasn't any case like this. I should find, it was a little later. It was September something. Maybe it was October. My Bluetooth just died on me. Oh. We've just come a long way. So I did end up mowing. You guys are stuck to the window. Did end up mowing right along here. We just got a weed whack, clean it up. That's all cleaned up, looks good. We'll go down the road. There's more here than I thought, so we're gonna hit this. I take it the stuff out back there is probably a little bit better. This is mostly management because it did have weeds in it before. Trying to keep the grass growing and get the weeds out. This back hillside probably could have been left, but I figured if I'm gonna mow the front, might as well mow the back, and I didn't want to. We're not coming back to mow it again, so I didn't want to all fall to look awkward and weird. I guess it's a little wet right through here. Well, getting finished up in this field. We got the front a little bit to do. Those hopefully have quite a bit more feed in it. There's some glare on the glass, I know. But there ain't much here. But I wanted to clean the field up quite a bit because if I don't do it now, it's gonna just continue to grow some weeds. So this is a long-term plan. I kind of think that I got a knife that's bad, but I can't find one. I think it might be because it's so short. I'm just moving along. Last pass, I know the windshield's extremely dirty. Got everything mowed here. This clover did pretty good. Not great. Now that I got the soil analysis back, it will be good. I can see lights over on my property. Robert's out tedding for me. He offered to come back over. He actually brought me pizza and then mowed his lawn and then came back over. So he's over there. There he is, right there. I don't know if you guys can see with the GoPro light, but we're almost done here, and we're actually going to go mow some more. Okay, so we got all this pasture ground that I am not going to utilize. And it's more cost effective to get it mowed and bale it as bedding hay. It could be feed quality, we will see. My only access point is here though. So we're gonna have to run some corn over. Because we gotta get down there, and then we gotta stop. And then we got, which the outside rows will be okay. I think we're running one row over, and it will justify the cost. The outside rows look like they got eaten by birds anyways. But then when we move bales out, or ted it, we can come in through the bottom. I gotta snap this. Get people going. Was gonna have too much corn, so now we're just gonna mow it and you know, call it quits. I didn't think this out this spring. We're gonna have too much corn. One row, we'll be okay. I hate doing it, especially when it looks good. Drop the fence, and we're just gonna go in, put the fence back up, go over, drop the fence again. I did shut the fence off, so at least I was thinking there. Okay, so this is a new fence. I don't even know where the calves are. They probably all, actually they're hanging out right there. So I'll drop this down, we'll just drive over it, put everything back up. Oh, big corn loss. It'll work out. I got plenty of grass out here. Well, there's a bunch of grass, but there's also weeds. And bedding bales, I think I'll have enough bales out there that it will justify quite a bit of money, or quite a bit of expense. Heads all the way tilted back. I don't believe we got many rocks to deal with in here, but we're gonna hopefully not find out if we do. Pretty thick stuff, so it is actually going to make some tons, well, make some bales out of it. I was thinking about it earlier, and then Isaiah and Aaron were over. They used the mag drill from Vivor, We gotta work on some bits, but the drill itself works pretty good. I said, what's bed and bales paying? He told me. And I said, I might mow that. And they said, we were just talking about that. So, it's better than letting it look like a wasteland. And the reason why I'm saying bed and bales instead of feed quality bales is there's some thistle, some weeds. Yes, somebody could feed it, but if I can move it right off the farm, I'm hoping all the other bales that I'm making are going to leave pretty much right away. So, that is what I'm working on. Well, it's already in the works. So, I'm going to hammer out some of these. I don't know if I'll get all the way tonight. This is quite a lot of ground and it's getting dark. We'll get after it, see what we can make out of it. This corn looks really good next to me though. Plus it cleans up all the weeds, so it's not like this pasture area is a wasteland full of weeds, but the cows didn't eat everything, and I don't have a rotary mower yet. Okay, I thought that was a big branch. So it's some pasture management. That's really what it is right now. But like I said, we could farm this ground if we really wanted to. But at this moment, we're not. You can see where all the cows stood down here and made a rut. They like the shade. I'm just hoping I don't find something that I never knew was here. After they grazed it down, we walked most of it, so. Or wet hole. Wet hole would be bad. Big rock would be bad. Wet hole would be bad. Okay, Robert's got phone charger now, so he can have conversation. Look at how heavy these. It's insane how much feed is here for literally doing nothing. That is why the cows did such a good job of grazing it off. That's why we got 3 calves, eventually more. I left this pretty high idle, but this is, so the 8 is the series number, and then it's 880 horsepower. That's what that means, right? Something's not happy. It's smoking. Oh, yep. That's out of time. Hey, no, it's good. Why is it smoking? Well, I think I found out what's making the noise. That bearing is smoking. Yep. Definitely something going on in there. It's not hot below it. So I was trying to figure out what the noise was, and I thought it was coming from over here. Maybe we got 2 different noises, but that right outside hub is definitely bad. Yeah, I had 1 pass left and it did this. So I'm not running anymore to cause any more issues. Okay, I gotta verify that the cutter housing, all of it's moving together and it's not broke in the middle. We'll bring it down, shut it off, but yeah, pretty much I think I got 1 pass left there, and now I gotta creep myself out of here, probably pull back down, shut that up. So we ran ran one row of corn down, but I'm hoping this justifies itself. And yeah, not how I wanted the night to end. It's kind of part of farming. Called Aaron, told him what was up. So tomorrow morning we'll pull that hub off. He said you got to pull the motor up, and then that hub will go. Probably should give this some more fuel. No, we're going. Don't want to run over it. Come on, don't run another row of corn over. But alrighty, we got most of it done, which is a good. That's gonna make it look a lot better, be better for next year, and put some money in our pocket, hopefully. And we killed a couple bushels of corn. But we'll pull up here. Robert's sitting over there like, what's going on, bud? So I don't know what our actual plan is, but almost made it. Almost. Horseshoes and handguns. No, what is it? Almost only counts as in horseshoes and hand grenades. Otherwise, you didn't make it. Robert all parked up. So what I gotta see is, does it all spin together still? Oh yeah. That bearing in here is junk though. I can feel how hot it is. And you can see, bud, let me tell you what. I'm no mechanic, but does that look good?
Oh boy. Nope.
You guys missed a bunch of that, but the U-joint's still good, right?
Looks like it. I can't tell.
I can't really tell. Aaron said you got to pull that motor up. I think you take all this off, pull that motor up, and then you can take this hub right out. But I'm hoping that's the noise I've been hearing all day. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything else. Finally said no more. It was smoking and sparking. It was fun. You missed it.
Jesus.
But everything else still turns.
Are those pretty solid down there?
I haven't felt that one down there. I've never had one of these apart, as you guys know if you're previously on the channel. How's that one feel? Like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We battled coon mowers quite a bit. So alrighty, that's a tomorrow morning project. Get that apart and figure out. We brought the tedder back. Rob's car's there, silage truck's there. That way I got a vehicle around. I'm gonna have to come. Wow, the bugs are coming in hot and heavy. I'm gonna have to commandeer, well, this tomorrow. We're gonna ted some more. He's probably gonna ted. We gotta fix the mower so that he can finish up mowing what he needs to mow. He's got another 50 acres or so. But today was a good day, other than it breaking literally on the last pass. But that is farming. And oh, look at her run. She loves it. So today was a good day, other than it breaking. And that's all part of it, because it was gonna break on me or it was gonna break on somebody else. But we're gonna keep hammering out some hay. Good weather. And Rob is a, there we go. Rob is a hell of a good tedder guy. We'll see him tomorrow. So appreciate you guys watching along. Like, follow, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.